or Guangzhou or Shenzhen, the south area. So so if you want to ship, like, so for me, 50K, like you can do like even 20K pieces, and the shipping will be more better price than like small orders. The only issue is for small order is the shipping. Sometimes they do not accept sea shipping, and sometimes they don't have a good price for air shipping if the order is too small. So if we can have about 25K pieces together, the shipping will be good, I think.
Yeah, so when Cindy and I were preparing for this group buy, we are trying to help everyone, we're trying to accommodate everyone, which is always hard. So as you notice in the group buy, it's one carton is the MOQ, which is 1,200, but you probably just heard her say 20,000. So what we were trying to do is consolidate multiple group buys orders into one shipment. Of course, it depends on the destination country. So like just some experience, like we've done some previous group buys to Canada, and what we did is we took 4 different buyers and we put their shipment together. But I think,
that's awesome.
And we could to the U.S. or we could do it other places, and that's one thing what we really hope to help people do here. So the only tricky part there is there's only really only one shipper. One of those people has to be the real shipper. The others would have to. Of course, there's trust in this system. They'd have to, but also there's a little bit of the actual real importer is a bit of the important person, and they have to be clear that they're the importer of record, and then they would ship those to different people after it's imported from the port or however they want to work it out. So that's one thing we can help people with. If you don't want to buy the, like Cindy says, the 20,000 MOQ for a good shipping, cheap shipping, we could consolidate your cartons with other shipments in the group buy to ship higher quantity, give people cheaper shipping. So that's just an idea here that we're willing to help people with. Okay, this has been great. I had a lot of fun today. I think we're getting towards the end. I don't know if people have more. Thanks, Patrick. Patrick's a regular here. Thanks so much. I don't know if others have any other questions or inputs or feedback. I think we've kind of wrapped up the most, but I really appreciate Cindy, coming on and sharing her experience, her knowledge. I really hope we can get a group buy together for her. The price, that price is the price that people will pay, and that includes a little bit of a fee for Loadpipe in that price, so there's no additional charge on that. But of course, the shipping would be a separate transaction, whether you work with a Loadpipe shipping partner or your own shipping partner. That's up to you. And of course, we do want to help people with QC or certifications. Those would also have to be additional fees that we could share between the group buy as well. So I hope everybody understands this and is clear as possible. All of us are new in this, and we really hope to continue to grow together and help everyone as a community.
Yeah, we can learn together.
Okay, is there anything?
I got a question. Now, you mentioned earlier in the presentation that these masks are non-medical KN95. Can you explain to me the difference between what a non-medical KN95 is? Because isn't any KN95 supposed to capture 95% of particles that are 0.3 micron?
No, the thing is, okay, okay, so this is a very interesting part. It's a good question. Actually, there are a lot of stock right now. I mean, in the US, they're not 95% of filtration at all. They're like 90, maybe 91, 92. And I can say most of them are not 95 about. And the why they're doing this, because, okay, so there are 2 different prices for 95 and then 99. So I just borrowed 2 spoons. So the 95 maybe 60. I mean, just for example, okay, but that's not 60 that little, but it's 60 maybe 90 per tons or per kg, whatever. So if you want to choose 95 plus, then later on with the time passed, maybe it's gonna down to 94, 93. 9% of duration, the time flies will go down to 98 or 97, but it should be safe enough over 95. That's why I told the factory, you have to do 99 for me no matter what. So that's why I was meeting with those dealers who are doing the multiple arm business. So I will be knowing what they're doing, what kind of material they're using. So but I have to say some of the factories, although they're saying they're non-medical level, they're civil grade, but their level is already higher than that, like equals to medical right now. But it's just like they don't have things on the paper yet. So yeah.
I hope that answers the question.
From my understanding, I think.
Are you going to be able to provide us some certificates, like certificates that we can review and check to make sure they're legitimate? Because I've encountered a lot
I
of
will
that.
give you the certificates. Yeah, I'm gonna give you certificates, but let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you one thing. One thing. Certificates is nothing. I don't believe in certificates. I don't believe in whitelist. I don't believe CDC list, because they made the best samples and they sent to the test, and then when they start to produce, they use cheap material. You don't know. What I believe is, if you produce, you order, and then the bulk order arrive, you test yourself at destination. That's the best way. I don't believe, okay, even they send you samples and you test at destination. No, I don't believe it, because they gave you the best samples. So when you order 50K pieces or 100K pieces, you test at destination, you will know what they use. That's the moral. So the real moral standard exists when people cannot see. So you have to. That's what you do. I don't believe those white lists or government lists or this Chinese government list. I don't believe. I don't know why they exist. It's just the politics to me.
Yeah, well,
sorry, I'm just kind of this way.
I appreciate your passion. We also don't have to wait till it goes to your end country. There's some people I've been talking to that do testing in China, so we want to integrate that into the process. Depending on, there's some we can mail, like in Beijing. I connected with a company that does testing of filters. It takes 3 to 5 days, so we could mail them from the actual production.
Sure.
If again, it's always about time, how much time, but we could also offer that. I think they charge about $500 per test, which we could.
US dollars.
US, yeah. It's called.
Okay.
There's others as well.
We could share. It's okay.
If we split that between everybody in the production, it wouldn't be as much it was shared out between everybody.
Per week, but is it possible for us to do maybe a lab test in the US or Europe or something instead? Because that would look much more credible. I have a lot of customers who, we sell them.
Yeah. It's like people sharing a meal, we can share.
Right, exactly. So
whoever interested. Oh, you guys are fun. Okay. Oops.
I have customers who I sell KN95s to, and also face masks, and many of them are concerned about certificates and lab tests. If I give them a lab test from a US company that says that this particular KN95 respirator is excellent and actually meets the standards that it says on paper, that would give consumers a lot of confidence. So I would say that I would personally prefer to split the cost for a US lab to test these KN95s, not a mainland lab, because that will give American consumers a lot of confidence.
Sure, it's totally possible. I mean,
sure.
We have to just discuss how the logistics would work. Would we produce it in China and then mail a sample to the US, test it, approve it, and then ship it from the rest from China? I think that would make more sense than shipping all of them from China first and then testing them all. I think maybe we would hold the production in China, send a sample from the production to the US lab, they would test a sample. If the sample test approved, then ship the rest. Because if they don't pass, you don't want to have a whole bunch in the US that didn't pass the test, in my opinion. This is possible. The one I found is in Beijing. It's actually a Europe-based company, but if that helps. But I understand the concern, and anything is possible. We also have I keep bringing up Inside Quality. They're our friends for many years. They have an office in Texas as well as in a couple in China. So I think they have U.S. solutions for testing as well as others. It's as far as the load pipe system, anything is possible. The hardest part has been coordinating everyone else's requirements and interests. Some people want to do it one way or another. We can accommodate and help different people, different requests as best we can, but we can't really affect everyone in the order for everyone else's requirements, which is kind of in a balancing act. But we can, of course, assist with you in your requirements. For sure. So I hope that's good. Yeah, this has been great. I had fun today, and we will make this recording available to you to review. And again, loadpipe.com, and then we have the link to Cindy's listing. We're trying to confirm this today or by next week to see how many we can do together and keep you guys all up to date. And also, if you need help with other products or services, I'm sure Cindy and I and Loadpipe team can help you. So thank you everybody for your time today, and have a great weekend. It's Friday.
Yep.
Yes,
All right.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you
Friday.
so much. Yep. Thank you for sharing.
Okay, thank you.
All
Thank you,
right.
everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good
Have a
day.
great,
Bye-bye.
bye.
Bye.